Hello and welcome to the Strawberry Patches podcast. My name is Marina, I'm coming to you from Auckland, New Zealand, and today we're going to talk about lots of things. It's been a while. Today I want to, just in the morning I got up and I saw that the Jaunty shawl, the Jaunty spin-along happened, so I'm going to talk about my plans for that, and to mix things up a little bit I'm going to start with that, and then I will share with you all the things that I've knitted in the meantime since I last saw you guys, and yeah, we'll go from there. Of course, I will show you my latest colorways in the shop, and to bring a little bit of festive cheer, I have this Christmas tree that we just put up yesterday. Actually, we're a little bit late this year, but we did it. So grab your beverage. Today I'm drinking some thyme tea, T-H-Y-M-E, that I used to drink when I was little. I have these memories of that smell. We used to just pick it from the little path that was next to the forest, and the aroma was just amazing. My grandma used to, we'd pick it and then she'd put some raspberry leaves and some other herbs from the garden and make us some tea. So that's what I'm drinking today. I hope you have something nice as well. And if you want to work on your project or do something else while you're here with me, do that. So yeah, I cannot believe it's almost the end of the year, and things have been so busy here, but I thought if I put it off any longer, it's going to be next year. So here we are. Oh, before I forget to do that, you can find me on Ravelry as MarinaToys, on Instagram as Marina Hoja, H-O-C-A, and Strawberry Patches. Yeah, I know, it's all different names, but that's how it is. I kind of started Ravelry at the point where I considered myself a toy maker primarily. So that's MarinaToys, and Strawberry Patches used to be a place where I showed off my hand-sewn toys. And from then on it evolved into my little yarn-dyed shop, which, yeah, I have a little tasty discount for you guys. So I'm gonna share that with you in a minute. So, how have you been? I hope this month hasn't been too crazy for you, but if it was a bit crazy, I hope it's good crazy. In this household, we had two grandmas arrive, so that kept us busy. One of them got sick, so thankfully she's better. Also, we had two birthdays and all of that in December. So as you can imagine, I was pretty busy. Plus, school finished for my oldest daughter yesterday, so today, for the first day of holidays, my mom and my mother-in-law took my daughter out so that I can record this episode and chat with you guys. How amazing is that? I'm super happy. And so what I'm wearing today, this is something that I bought, so it's nothing fancy, although it's really pretty. And this is some Jaunty fiber that I will talk to you in a minute. So I have an episode called Jaunty Holic, and that's what I call myself because I absolutely love this New Zealand breed of wool, which is Jaunty. But this is even more special. So let's start from the beginning. As I said, I want to start the video today with the Jaunty SAL spin along. My favorite designer, Andrea Maui, whom I love, and I've knitted many of her patterns actually in my playlists on this channel. You can find some of the patterns that I made and I talk about them. I just love her aesthetic, and also that she is a spinner and she produces patterns that could be easily used for handspun yarn. So today in the morning when I saw on the Instagram that she's launching a Jaunty spin along, I was like, yes, I want to be a part of it. So first of all, to encourage you to join me, I created a little sale on my website for all the fiber, and also included some Christmassy notions in there. Go check it out. I have put a discount for all the fiber, which includes Jaunty, Then we have some Corriedale and Merino and BFL and other blends that I dye. And I will just show you just a few in a minute. And when I was doing this sale, I saw this one that I have put on sale, but I've always kind of didn't want it to sell. So I thought, okay, that's it. I'm just gonna pick this one for my Jaunty shawl. Here's a picture of the Jaunty shawl that I'm talking about, just in case you're not familiar. It's a quite simple looking shawl with beautiful edges. And I think it's very customizable because it comes in 4 sizes, and it's great because when I spin, I never know the thickness of the yarn that I'm gonna produce. So I guess I can just relax and spin this fiber the way it wants to be spun, and then choose the size and the needles that are appropriate. How amazing is that? So let me show you this fiber up close. Hold on, yeah, here it is. This is not just any fiber. It's not just amazing Haunui. This is something super extremely luscious. It is 60% 22 micron Haunui and 20% A1 grade mulberry silk with 20% white baby alpaca. So baby alpaca, mulberry silk, and 22 micron Haunui make this the most luxurious and softest, and oh, it's gonna be absolutely. First of all, why I love Haunui is because it's so easy to spin and it's soft, and the length of the fiber is just amazing. It drafts easily, it poofs up when you wash it. Oh yeah, I just cannot wait. Plus I dyed it in all my favorite colors. I absolutely love blues and purples and greens. I have actually another contester for the shawl, which I might do 2 shawls, because the fun thing about this spin along, it runs from the 16th of December all the way to 16th of June 2026. So we have plenty of time to make 2 or 3 or more shawls, right? Right. So as I was saying, this with the alpaca and the silk and the fine micron Haunui makes it the most luxurious and softest and yummiest fiber ever. That's why I decided to adorn myself with it, but actually I think it's a little bit too hot. So I decided to steal these guys from the shop and claim them, because why not, right? And I have never spun this blend before, the alpaca, silk, and Haunui, so I'm really curious at how thin it's gonna want to become, or thick, or how it's gonna spin and knit and wear. So as I was saying, there is a contester for that purpley one. I really like this green, which is oh, by the way, that one was called Heavenly Luxury, which is not in the shop anymore. Sorry, guys. Sorry, not sorry. This one is Kakariki Glow, and it's pure Haunui, 100% Haunui in 22 micron. So basically, there is a 60% of this fiber in here. So it's also very nice and soft and bouncy, and it will not have the drape that the silk and alpaca gives that one. But just look at these colors. It can also be paired with this one, I think. This would go really well. This is the Emerald Cove, which is a natural gray 26 micron Haunui. I think they look absolutely stunning together if you ply them together. If you do a single in that and a single in that and then ply them together, they're gonna look stunning. So I may do that actually. Oh, just since I'm holding this one, Emerald Cove 26 micron Haunui in this kind of muted greens, blues, and purples, my favorite colors. I actually have a whole box of Haunui fiber here that I wanted to show you, just give you some ideas of what you might want to choose if you want to take advantage of the sale, which is only for another, how many days? 13 days. This is another 22 micron Haunui in the colorway Flame. Then there's this one that was very popular. I dyed it many times. It's Flame That Never Dies on 26 micron Haunui. Again, beautiful fibers. Then we have some finer Haunui, which is called, I think, Gemstones, the 22 micron one. Then I have some pink and purple for all of you who love warm and bright colors. This one is called Love Me Tender, 22 micron as well, like this green one, Gemstones. So basically for this Jaunty shawl, you only need one braid if you want to spin it fine, or two braids if you want it a little bit thicker. Then we have the beautiful triple blend called Rainbow Kiwi. It has all the yellows, blues and pinks together with this dark brown streaks that runs throughout this one. I also have some really fun, what do you call them, bats that I carded, and they are quite affordable, I think, because I used these dark brown fine Haunui with some streaks of different colored silk, recycled silk. So for example, this one is called Raspberry Chocolate and it's 26% Midnight Haunui with some recycled silk, and this one is 73 grams, so you can make something even smaller. Or if you have something else that you want to ply it with, that would work too. So I'll show you just some other fibers that I have, and then we're going to move on into what I've been working on. I really love this one. This is a very strange looking braid because I didn't divide it into 100 grams. It is about 200 grams, this one big one. It's New Zealand Corriedale, but just look at these really lovely peacock dance colors. Then I just have one of these linen merino blends. It's called Sky. I find that if you really like one color, this is for you guys. And plus it's such a beautiful blue, and the linen in it makes it that much more interesting to spin. Then we have some more 100% New Zealand Corriedale. All the fiber that I have is from New Zealand, so very local. This one is called Desert Bloom, and I have two of these. Then I also have marigolds. Oh, this one is gorgeous. Marigold Bouquet. Again, 100% New Zealand wool. Then the Flame That Never Dies on Corriedale. I call it Flame. It's the same colorway that I did on the Haunui, but this is different. And then I have lots of really fun Corriedale, treated Corriedale and nylon sock blends, which means that they can be spun for socks. And if you don't want to make the Jaunty shawl, you don't have to. You can just take advantage of the sale of the fiber and spin yourself some really cool socks like this fiber. It's called Spin Your Dream, because really, isn't it so pretty? It is really pretty. And then of course I have, let me show you like this. I have like a bunch of different other braids that are Corriedales. Then there is I think one more I think this must be a Kaunui one there, but they're all very fun to spin. I've spun a couple already and I really enjoyed spinning with those. So yeah, when you go on the website, just when you see the very first search tab, then you can choose yarn fiber and then the thickness fiber, and then you see all the fibers that are on sale and all the fibers. So I hope you will join me for the Jaunty spin along. It's going to be fun, and plus it's such a long time that it's going to make it no stress, which is exactly what I need. Now, I think it's time to... I really like this color. Really, I'm looking forward to spinning this fiber and making myself a shawl in this. So now, shall we finally talk about all the things that I've been making in this month, or two that I haven't seen you? Yeah, let's do that. So first we'll start with the finished objects. As you might know, every month of this year I decided to make a gnome, and here's my November gnome. I think he's called Noodles. I'll put the name. You see it on the screen. And I felt very overwhelmed in November because of the finishing the Stephen West shawl and the One Love mystery knitted on and the gnomes. So I just decided to go for the smallest gnome, and yeah, I'm quite happy with how he turned out. I'm glad that I managed to use all the 4 colors that were in the mini set that I actually dyed. Ooh, there's going to be exciting news about this. I actually shared this in the previous podcast, but I'll show you more about the way the Mini Skeins Club evolves. So this is my first finished object. And the next one you have already noticed, it's the socks, my Socktober socks. They are finally finished in December. I know usually I'm better at making socks, but there were so many things going on that yeah. This yarn is from Nomadic Yarns, and it was a gift from my lovely sister, and I wanted to use as much of it as I could because it's such a beautiful yarn. It's self-striping yarn with, I think it's BFL and Donegal Neps, just gorgeous. I'm quite happy that it's finally done. And oh, you know what? I'm gonna do this now. And the last knitted finished object is my One Love shawl, the mystery shawl that Hohi Locatelli released just right after we finished the Stephen West shawl. I have to say that it was such a relaxing mystery knit along because the clues were quite small and there was a whole week to knit them, and it was quite manageable, and that is why I liked it. And oh, I think, yeah, this is the right side. As you can see, there are 3 lace sections, and I don't remember if this is in the pattern, but I included a little picots at the end of the shawl, and I just eyeballed how much I have left, and I think I had almost nothing left. I won the young chicken. The only thing I'm not happy about in this shawl is this part. See how I did stretch it, I did block it out immensely, but there's still this little bump that you can only see when you lay it out flat, but when you wear it, actually, it's fine because it's all bunched up and all you can see is this little lace. It's actually quite cute. So yeah, my youngest daughter, it was just before her birthday, and she saw me blocking this shawl and she's asked me, "Mommy, is this for me?" And I was like, well, if she likes it so much, yes, sure, why not? So she was very happy that she got a little knitted shawl for herself. I don't really do shawls for my girls because they don't wear them. Let's be honest, they don't wear them. I made them cowls, which are much easier to put on and they stay on. But she's a little bit of a fashionista, so she likes different accessories and sunglasses and hats and gloves. Oh my god, she loves gloves. It's funny. Anyways, so now she has this shawl, and yeah, I don't think I would knit another one, just because it was a fun pattern, and I really loved that Jorge made it so accessible for everyone, because the price is like $3 or $4 or something, New Zealand dollars. It was really cheap, and maybe one of the reasons why so many people have decided to make it. But as you can see on the edge here, where it grows on the side and the lace kind of finishes, then there is a part where there is just stockinette and the lace does not come all the way here, which is even more noticeable at this part. And I think that I'm not really fond of that triangle. But on the whole, as I said, it looks quite cute when it's all bunched up, and it's quite a different yarn, by the way. This is not the yarn that I dyed. This one was Eden Cottage yarns in the colorway Oyster. And yeah, I think it looks pretty cute, and it's my daughter's. So that's all for my knitted finished objects, but I have some sewing finished objects that I'm so excited about. So as I showed you last time, I have purchased some fabric, some Christmas fabric, and I was going to make up some bags because I was not happy with the quality of the bags that I previously made, and I think this time I can say that I nailed it. I have already used this one, by the way. So there's this Christmas fabric with little houses powdered with snow, with Christmas trees and the lights, and I'm quite pleased that I used some contrasting color that looks like again, Christmas lights on the front. Well, I think I showed you this bag before, and the cars that are carrying Christmas trees for the bottom, and another bag, actually two of them. Where's the other one? It's on the chair. Oh, just a minute. So yes, I made two of these bags because actually when I was cutting, I made them a bit different size. So I had to make two bags just by inch, but it doesn't matter. So one bag has this funny little Christmas cats, and there's the stripy top for the drawstring, and there's a kind of bluey purpley inside color. And the other bag has the same Christmas lights at the top and this gorgeous golden sort of like mistletoe, I guess, for the inside color. And I absolutely love the inside of this bag, so I'm using this one, and I'm just keeping this one for maybe next year, or I might pop it in the shop. I need to ask some friends about quality check, if they think it's okay to be in the shop or not. But yay, I'm very proud of it. So I'll tell you what's in this bag in a minute, because it's a bit of a secret. So that's all my finished objects. Now to before I show you my work in progress, I want to warn you that there is going to be a spoiler, because how many months ago? Must be October. I decided to do a quick little festive bundle surprise product on my website, and the idea was that there was a project bag and the mystery project bag, and mysteries came together for you to put under your Christmas tree. So now that it's almost Christmas, today is the 17th of December, by the time you're watching it, it's probably going to be even later, and I thought I'd show it to you in case you haven't purchased or in case you're watching later. Anyways, if you put the festive bundle under your Christmas tree and you don't want to see it, just look away, skip, do whatever you need to do. I'm going to show it now. Here on the screen you can see how it looked before I packaged it, because all the extras of course I don't have with me, but here we are. Here's the bag that my lovely friend Evgenia from Christchurch here in New Zealand made for me. I ordered 10 of them for this particular purpose, and I kept one. It's a very cute little sock-sized bag with this color inside, and I think I kind of dyed a skein of yarn that looks quite matchy, and it's called the Festive Delight Christmas Bag Bundle 2025. So you might be asking, why is she talking about it? She was gonna talk about her work in progress for this. Well, yes, because I loved this colorway myself so much that I decided that I want to make a pair of socks in December with this. So I asked my dear friend Kylie, who is the sock engineer, and she makes these sock tubes for us, and you can find her on Instagram as sock engineer and order a tube for yourself. So she has kindly made up the sock tube for me, and I wanted to show you how it looks. So from this skein she did some sock tubes, and these are 64 stitches, and I wanted to ask her to do them specifically because when I knit my socks I do them on 60 stitches, and then these stripes are distributed in a very different way, and I'm so glad that I asked her to do it on her machine, because look how pretty these socks look. You have this micro stripe and the speckles are like so perfectly distributed. So I still have a couple of these in the shop. Go hurry, pick them. And I have chosen, they come without a mini, but you can find some minis on my website or ask me for them. So I've chosen this yellow for the cuff, and I'm gonna do the toe and the heel in this green, and I think it's gonna look fantastic. And this is my Christmas sock making. What else am I making this December? Actually, I decided to just go with the flow and custom as many things as I want. So I did. And remember in the previous podcast I was wearing my summer top. It's called the Summer Flowers, I think. It was this stripy yarn in cotton with flower motifs and different stitches. So I decided after that I need another one that I had in mind forever. And I'm making it with this Alize Bella batik design, which is this color changing yarn. It's 100% Turkish cotton yarn, and I have just cast on. Oh, I'm in the middle of the row, of course I am. But anyway, basically I've just done this flower stitch, and next thing I'm just repeating the same as I did with the previous top. The same amount of stitches, which is all in Ravelry. Everything, all the patterns that I'm mentioning today are on my Ravelry page and linked in the description box. So I'm going to continue with that. I kind of cast on and then lost steam for a little bit and decided to cast on something else. Oh, of course, I'm making the Gnandad, the Mystery Gnome by Sarah Shiro of the Imagined Landscapes, and I'm making it in my December mini skein colors, which are these 4 beautiful colors. And it's still a mystery, so if you don't want to see, look away, but I think I'm so behind that you might still want to see it. Anyways, I'm still making the hat. There's a little I-cord happening that I needed to make 3 of. And the clues for the pattern already, like the whole gnome. So I think we just need to do the features now. But look at that, it's a really cool color work, slip stitch color work for this pattern. And then I got carried away by other things. So I cast on another shawl, as you do. I don't know if I showed you, I think I was meant to show you in the previous podcast this idea that I had. So I saw, actually, one of my customers and friend, Nicole, she's ordered this yarn from me, and she made a Fiberfest shawl by Stephen West with it, and I saw it and I'm like, oh no, I have to make one as well. So I took these from the shop, which was quite easy. They looked perfect together. And then I found this Red Riding Hood skein of yarn, Red Riding Hood yarns, yes, in the colorway Barnacle, which has a little bit of sparkle. And I think looking at the colors that Stephen West chose for his shawl, I think that would look great. Again, I have only just started and then maybe worked one evening on it, but I loved how, see, he is just such a talented designer, because his beginning of the shawl looks nothing like the previous shawl that I showed you. Look, it's not gonna have any bump here. It's a I-cord cast on, and there are some short rows and the tiny bubbles that look so cute. And there's a little stitch marker that I made that I have put here. So it's a lot of fun and I cannot wait. There's brioche sections as well, which I'm gonna do. So that's what's happening with this one. Then I'll tell you about my last work in progress, I think. I dyed up some fiber in this time that I did a shop update with, and my mother-in-law saw one of the colorways and she's like, oh, I love this variegated kind of speckled yarn which has greens and purples in it. And I said, well, would you like me to make a shawl for you? And she said, yeah, please. So I'm making her a close to you shawl with it. And actually this year I already made one of these with one of my club colorways, and it was such a fun and easy pattern that I really enjoyed making, and I am still enjoying making it, and I think there'll be more of these happening. So this is how far I've gone so far, and it starts off with this part and it kind of grows, and it's so mindless once you remember the where you have to do what. It's very mindless. I find it mindless. And I actually love the way the colors play in this shawl, and I think I might want to make one for myself in this color because it's so pretty. I called this colorway Wisteria Garden, and you can see on the screen how it looks on the in the skein. It's pretty different from how it looks knitted up, doesn't it? So this is my Wisteria Garden Close to You shawl. And I'm keeping it in this cute little bag that I recently won in a giveaway from the Ribbon Rose shop. So here in Auckland, we have this amazingly huge craft store, I think. It's not like a Spotlight, which is a chain of stores. It's just one big shop, which I haven't yet been to. I'm embarrassed to say, but I'm planning to go. So they have, I think, 3 stories, and they have everything for needle arts, yarns, paper crafts, and things like that, sewing and stuff. And they had a giveaway, and I sometimes do that when I feel like it. I enter giveaways and then forget about them. But this time I was so surprised and very, very happily excited that I won this. This bag is made from tiny little scraps what it looks like of fabric, and inside it's very pretty as well. Look how there is all these lines that add to the texture of it, and it's made by Emma, who works in Ribbon Rose. And funny thing is, when I've posted it on Instagram that I've won it and I'm using it, I'm loving it, Emma contacted me saying, "Hi, new friend," and I'm like, yay, I love it that she's just so open and so inviting. And she said, when you come to Ribbon Rose, do say hi to me. And I said, of course, that's gonna be great, I'd love to meet you. And another cute little accessory here on the tip of this thing was a little snowman, or like a boy in the costume of a snowman, but I just love it. I think it's so cute. I myself used to make toys like this. Where is it? There's a matryoshka here that I kind of the same idea, that the pattern, well, the picture is already on the fabric and you just kind of make it into a 3D thing. So these are friends now, and I keep it on my bag because it makes it so easy to carry, and yeah, just cute. So I love this bag, and it's so small and it's just the perfect size, and it's so sturdy, and yeah, I just love it because you can feel that it was made with love and so much attention to detail. Plus this little snowman keeper makes it so fun every time I pick it up. I think I'm still a child, that's why I love all these kind of things. So this was my last work in progress. Now, shall we do some club reveals? Yes, let's do that. So I told you last time that I have now 3 clubs that I'm going to continue doing next year. One of them is the New Zealand Nature Fiber Club, where each month you guys get a mystery braid of yarn with some extra fun things, because who doesn't like surprises, right? Sometimes it's a bar of soap or chocolate, or maybe some notions like a tape measure or a stitch marker or needle stopper or something like that. And we'll continue doing that. Here is the reveal for the December colorway that we had. Hello friends, and welcome to the December New Zealand Fiber Club. This month I was inspired by the blossoming parks of Rotorua with their pink blossoms and blue sky. And I dyed it sorry, on the beautiful triple blend of Hawanui New Zealand wool, which is 100% our New Zealand local wool, and it's 2023 micron. It's just a stunning fiber to spin with its lawn staple and super soft and buttery, silky fibers. And to make it more festive, I included a little chocolate treat and some needles, which are always very, very handy. And they come in a very handy case. Look at that. So all of that is in your package, and I cannot wait to see you in the next month. Happy New Year, everybody. So yeah, I haven't dyed the January ones yet, but I'll be working on that very soon, maybe this week or next week. Now let's move on to the Mermaid's Treasure Club. The Mermaid's Treasure Club is for a full skein of yarn and a mini, and I have it here, right here with me. Let's see the review. Hello and welcome to the Mermaid's Treasure Yarn Club December. The colorway is called Mermaid's Jingle Tails, and yes, as you guessed, it's a bit festive. Can you guess the colors? Here they are. This month we are again going back to the blues, this gorgeous pale aqua with some festive pink and a little bit of navy, and this really, really cool lime green, which has it's the main color for the contrasting mini. And because it's December and we all love treats for Christmas, there are lots of festive stickers and 2 stitch markers, plus we have a sweet treat. Hope you enjoy this month, and I'll see you in the next one. And yay, I'm excited about next month. Take care. Bye. So yes, as I said, it's a full skein and a mini, which I'm quite pleased with how these ones turned out. And I dyed quite a few of these because I thought that once they're not a mystery, you might want them. And I'll be popping them in the shop, or if you want it right away, just message me and I'll be very happy to send them to you. It's the New Zealand Superwash Merino and Nylon blend. It's called the Mermaid's Jingle Tales. And just look at how gorgeous this color is. I think I don't know if I'm kind of fed up with making socks at the moment, I guess, because I've made more than 12 pairs this year already. But maybe I'll make it into socks, or I think it would be a very, very pretty shawl with a contrasting border maybe at the bottom. So that's what this wants to be, I think. So the last club that I want to reveal to you guys is we've finished with the Year of Gnomes club, and the December colorway was this. Hello lovely friends, and welcome to the December Year of Gnomes colorway. It was inspired by Sarah Shearer's Mystery Gnome Making. This month we have this gorgeous green, pale gray, kind of slate gray, and Christmassy red. And I cannot wait to see what pattern she has in store for us. It's a mystery. Also, just because it's the last Year of Gnomes club, we have some pins and a sweet treat. So this was the last of this club, but I decided not to close the club but evolve it into a new thing. It will be called Once Upon a Mini Club, and the idea that you get 4 mystery skeins is the same, but we're gonna change up the topic a little bit. So 2025 was a year of gnomes, and I thought that we've had fun with gnomes, now it's time to change it up a little bit, spice it up. And I had this idea that I come from a different cultural background. I lived in Turkey for 7 years. Originally I'm from Russia, then I've been here for 8 years and become a citizen of New Zealand, and I just love folklore and tales and different fairy characters, and of course I have young children who always make me be aware of all the little creatures that are in fairy tales. So I thought it would be fun to kind of theme each month's colorways based on a particular character. So what that means is that January I already have the character in mind and some of the colors are ready, but I'll give you a hint. The first character is going to be from Russian folklore. Surprise, yeah. And yeah, I'm going to be inspired by that character, and I want to introduce that character to you guys and do 4 little mini skeins based on that, plus of course some fun little things that you will receive in your package. So this club is open for subscription if you don't want to miss out. Here's the picture of how it looks on the website. Go ahead and subscribe and get yourself a little treat. That's what I wanted to show you with the clubs. Now, I think it's time to talk about some... Oh, one more thing before I do the acquisitions and kind of plans for the future. I wanted to tell you that I have decided to put some new bases in the yarn. So I've been looking at the yarns that I have been dyeing lately, and they mostly are New Zealand sock yarns and some of my neon 4-plies and the zebra bases. These are like my staple colorway, staple yarn bases in the shop, but I wanted to kind of bring something new and exciting for 2026, so I ordered some really different things for me. One of them, which you see on the screen, is a lace weight yarn, which is BFL and silk in lace weight, which means There are 600 meters in 100 gram, and it feels really silky and soft to the touch, and I think it would make an amazing either like partner yarn to your main yarn, or it could make a beautiful lacy shawl, really like airy and very delicate. So I'm bringing that to the shop. I've ordered 1 kilogram of that, so I'll see how it goes, and if you guys love it and if you want more, I'll be ordering more and dyeing that. So there'll be lots of that lace, new lace yarn. Plus I ordered some more of the sparkle yarns, of course. Everybody loves sparkle yarns. And I also plan to make like little fade sets of maybe 3 or 4 50-gram mini skeins, half skeins, so that you can maybe do a fade project, say a cowl or a shawl or some sort of a color work or gradient for your yoke or something like that. And I also got some more silk, mohair silk that I'm going to dye, and of course the merino yak and silk that I had in the shop, and it all sold out, I think. And I thought that it would be great to have it back. Plus, there is one more base that has some alpaca and silk, and it's 115 grams skein. So all of that is coming soon. Do subscribe to my do follow me on Instagrams if you want to see all the new colorways. I pop them in there as soon as they are dyed. I also dyed up some untreated New Zealand merino, which I still have to photograph, by the way, but yeah, I'm just dyeing up all the yarn that I have, kind of getting ready for Woolfest. Yes, I know it's December, but Woolfest will be here before we know it. Woolfest is this yarn festival that happens in May in Auckland, New Zealand, and if you are somewhere near, like Australia or somewhere that you can travel from, do come and visit us. And if you are in Auckland, I think you will already be there. And that's what I'm getting ready for. Now, since my mom came all the way from Russia, and I actually have been a bit naughty and ordered myself a few, I've ordered an advent, which I have to show you this one. Plus we had a Secret Santa game at our local community center. All of this to say is that I have quite a few acquisitions that I want to share with you. And I do hope that wherever you are, whether you're celebrating or not, you're in the position that you also get spoiled with, spoil yourself or spoil your friends with gifts, because I think December is the month where we love getting surprises, we love gifting things, especially I do. As I told you, I prepared like little welcome baskets for my mom and my mother-in-law, and I put a pair of knitted socks and some other chocolates and things like that, and they were quite happy about it. So all of this to say is that I treated myself to a few things. First, let's start with these guys. So I really love my Haya Sharps needles, and sometimes I lose them or I tend to have a few projects on the go. So I decided to buy some cords from Yarn Queen, the Yarn Queen shop. And since I was ordering the cords, I didn't want to just order the cords. So I thought, oh, let me see what else they have. So I got myself some soak, which we all know what it is. I just wanted to try different flavors before I commit to a bottle. I love when my shawls are freshly blocked and they smell nice. And also, I've been wanting to try this yarn forever. So if you're ever in New Zealand and you want souvenir yarn, I think this is probably the best souvenir yarn that you can get. It's called Zilana Air, and it's lace weight, which means 25 gram will give you 175 meters. And the reason you want this yarn is because it's the top level of luxury you can get. It's blended cashmere and brush-tail possum down. Let me see how many, oh yeah, percentages are here. 40% cashmere, 40% brush-tail possum, and 20% mulberry silk. So there isn't even a merino in here. There is cashmere, possum, and mulberry silk. And this yarn is so fluffy and soft and extremely warm that I've seen a pair of lacy mittens made in just one ball, 25 gram, that they were really, really warm. So one bowl is definitely enough to make yourself like a tiny little scarflet, or maybe 2 bowls would be enough for a scarflet, because after all it's 25 gram, but definitely you can make a pair of little fingerless mitts, which I think that's what I'm going to do with these. And I got myself this shade A05 and shade A08, which is like sort of like a blue-green, and this one is a sort of purpley pink. So that's what they are. These guys are gonna be such a treat, but I'll keep them for winter knitting because now it's just so hot. Today is really nice and cool, but generally it's very hot to knit with this. Then another thing that I kind of got was our community center where I kind of got back into sewing, and I have made so many friends. So we went for the final Christmas kind of catch up, and we did a little secret Santa swap. I brought my skein of yarn, and I was very happy to see that people stole it 3 times until it finally they couldn't steal it. So I'm happy to hear that it was a hit, and I got lucky to have won this lovely mug. I loved the mug at first, and then when I saw that it's not everything, I was like, oh yes, I want the whole thing. And when it was my turn to either get a new present or steal, I stole, because I just couldn't help it. So this was inside, and this may look like a crocheted bouquet, but actually it's a tiny little basket, and these flowers open up in a tiny little cute coaster. Just how amazing is that? And it matches the mug. I mean, seriously, I couldn't help it. I really, really loved it. Plus, this little guy was there. This tiny little dinosaur in a Christmas hat. It just makes me so happy. I mean, who am I? Am I 41 or what? Or maybe I'm still 1 or 4. I just love it. It makes me so happy. Like, seriously, when my daughters saw me bring it home, they're like, oh, who is it for? I'm like, that's mine, that's mine. So yeah, this wee gift was made by one of the girls that comes to the Monday group that we have there. And I was very, very thankful that she's put this cute little thing together. And yeah, I think I'm very lucky that I got this cute little prize. Let's see, how can we arrange it here? And then another member of our group, she was so kind that she made me this lovely little, she said it was a microwave bowl, so that you can put your whatever soup or whatever you're heating and like carry like that out. And it's really cute. So yeah, Shirley, she's a very lovely person. So that was quite a nice surprise as well. Now, as I said, my mom came from Russia, and in Russia lives my very dear friend, Liana. Hi, Liana, if you're watching. And she's an amazing crochet toy maker. We met when she was still here in New Zealand in 2020, and I'm sad that we only knew each other for a couple of months before she decided to go back to Russia because she really missed her mom. But our friendship didn't end there. We're still communicating, and whenever I can, I send her things, and she's given some things to my mom to bring to me. So anyways, you might have already noticed this beautiful little lavender cat that I had. And I have asked Liana before, like I bought some toys from her, she's gifted me some of her toys, and when I saw her make these cats, and when I heard that she's gonna sell them at Christmas fairs, I said, oh, can I possibly ask one? And she said, yes, of course, let's do a trade. So I'm gonna send her some of my hand-dyed yarn, and she sent me this beautiful lavender kind of Milka colorway, Milka colors little kitty. There's a little white patch here and a white patch here, and the tip of the tail is white and one paw is white, and he's just adorable. I just want to show you how detailed the faces of her toys are. Like, she's amazing at embroidery as well. That was not all that was in the package. She was so kind. She sent me also 2 skeins of yarn to try. So when I lived in Turkey, I didn't realize that gazal was something that anyways, I really wanted to try this yarn, and she was so kind as to send me this beautiful skein, which I think is like self-patterning yarn. It's Gazal Happy Feet, hand painted. Your usual 75-25 superwash merino polyamide. And I love these colors. Then she's asked me if I want to try out Regia, which is, I guess, a German yarn. Yeah, Die Sockenwolle. 75-25, same. In this really nice pale blues and yellows. Oh, just as I like. And she's included this wee little sheep holding a heart, which is so cute. And this color is 03092. And there's a picture of how it's gonna knit up, and it looks really, really fun. So thank you, Liana, for your wonderful gift. I am going to dye up, I think, something else for you and send it back with my mom when she goes back to Russia. And that's not all of the acquisitions that I have to share with you guys. I also, if you remember, did I tell you guys that I have asked for my husband for my 41st birthday, which was in February, to gift me a Christmas advent, and it finally arrived. Yay! It actually arrived on the 1st of December, so that was pretty exciting and a little bit stressful, but it did arrive. So this is the Yaya Yarn Advent box that I'm going to share with you now. And well, yeah, I can share it all with you. I was just thinking, am I going to do any spoilers for you? But no, I don't think so. So Caroline, who is another New Zealand indie dyer, she makes the most stunning colorways, and I was very lucky to win one of her advent boxes a couple of years ago, and I was ecstatic when I was opening and squealing every time I opened one of her colorways. So this year I said to myself, when I heard that the theme was Ghibli, which is the animation studio in Japan that made the cartoons, such cartoons like Totoro and Ponyo and all of that, I said, yes, I want it. Anyways, without further ado, here is the box. It comes with like a little letter, and I have just opened 17 of them. They come from here to here, and there is a main skein that I am so excited to open. The bags are closed with the stickers from the cartoons. There's Totoro on this one. And oh, the first one I think is my favorite one. It's this beautiful kind of pink, blue, yellow, everything. I just love this one. And it was after the cartoon Ponyo, which I had no idea what it is, but once Caroline shares each colorway and reveals what cartoon she used as an inspiration, I found to my delight that there are so many more cartoons to watch, and I've always been a fan of Totoro, so I have watched it a million times, and my daughters have watched it twice at least. So I've also discovered for myself Ponyo, Howl's Magical Castle, I think, or Howl's Moving Castle, something like that. And then there's When Marnie Was Here, another beautiful one. Then there was Kiki and the delivery, Kiki's delivery service or something like that. And the last one I saw was Ariette's Adventures, I think it's called. But anyways, I'm also showing them to my daughters and we're watching them together, especially Ponyo. And I love it that, well, let me not get into this, just so that you know, if you have grandchildren or children, or if you are a child still like me, do watch those cartoons, find them on Netflix or online anywhere, and you will definitely love them, because the colors and the atmosphere and sometimes like the deep provoking thoughts that they give you is just priceless. So speaking of advents, I almost forgot to show you my own advent, and I'm gonna do that. So I'm glad I put this box here so that I don't forget to talk about it. But this year was the first time I ever made an advent box, and this one is called the Coral Cove Yarn Adventure by Strawberry Patches. And the idea for this box is that the little mini skeins that are here are like little treasures that you can find in a dark, hidden cove somewhere deep in the sea. So shall we look inside? By the way, I'm doing the colorway reveals on my Instagram one day after the day, so that there is no spoilers. So when we opened the box, there was this beautiful letter that I really made sure it feels special, because the paper is like so kind of looks like a sandpaper, sort, not sandpaper, but the texture and the color looks like sand. Not the texture, more the color. It's a normal paper, not sandpaper. So I tell you what you will find inside and the inspiration behind it, and then there is this kind of deep blue sea packaging here with a little bit of sparkle. Ta-da! So when you look inside, of course, it was all the mini skeins were hidden in the individual packaging, and they were all this bright little paper bags with numbers on them, like this one. And also I have put this little tin with like, this is the first thing you could open before December even started. There was a little cord, what's it called, barber cord, that is perfect for, you know, putting your sweater on so that you can try it on. So far we have opened 16, 17 of these, and it goes in a gradient from purple to pink to coral to yellow to sort of greens and teals. And we shall see where it's gonna head. And this is the main skein, which will be revealed on the 25th of December. Some of the extras that we have opened so far are some festive stickers and little Christmas pin that was today, the 17th of December. And then there were a couple of, I think the first one had a little kind of progress keeper or stitch marker, Christmas themed one. And there was one more, and there were some leather labels as well. So quite a few things already, actually. They were these guys, the leather labels, and there's more coming, so yay for that. I also enjoy opening it every day and kind of, even though I have dyed them and I spent many hours winding them by hand, I still enjoy opening the package every day and remembering what I put in there and if there is any extras or anything like that. So I hope, oh, I forgot to say, well, yeah, these colors have all been revealed anyway, so there's no spoilers in that, but the other colors you can find on my Instagram. I've created little new highlights where I will collect all the reveals for each day. So when I ordered that, it arrived, and then I saw that Caroline had a massive sale, and she said, I don't remember, but like I felt like I wanted to support her because she was going through some tough times and working and being a single mom. So, and also not that I need any more of her yarn. I have some of her yarn, quite a lot, but anyways, I bought this one called Fluoride. Yeah, Fluoride. And it's a really nice single merino, which I think will make another beautiful single skein shawl like this one. Cannot wait to open it up. I love yarn. And when I see all these beautiful New Zealand dyed yarns and secret packages and secret skeins and bags and everything, I just can't help it. And sometimes I'm so weak that I buy some. And then it arrives and I'm like, oh, exciting. So that's what I did. Mama Wooling had this, I don't remember what it's called, a festive kind of box of 4 mystery skeins that she said, oh, once the Advent season is finished, all the fun is gonna finish, so why not continue it all the way to January? So she said she's made these boxes that I purchased, and I haven't opened it yet, so there's no point showing. But along with that, I saw this beautiful, gorgeous alpaca, Suri alpaca skein that was called Mermaid's Kiss. And like, I think the name called me. It says, you want me in your life. And of course I do. It's mulberry silk and brushed baby Suri alpaca. And it's my favorite colors. And like, just touching this skein makes me feel like I'm petting a little kitten. It's so pretty and it's so soft and it's just so cute. I know. I think I'm never gonna grow up. I'm always gonna love fluffy things and cute things. Okay, last thing, the last acquisition that I have, and let's finish already with this long episode, is some fabric from Spotlight. I really, I'm a sucker for a sale of fabric or needles or things like that. So I got myself some fun fabric to make more bags. This is one of them. It's just this really fun sort of mandala, or I don't know, colored flowery motifs on a different, not really Christmassy, but different. And I thought this could be really cool for inside fabric because I like the inside fabric to be fun as well. And this was like a leftover little piece of fabric with this funny jungle animals with monkeys and flamingos, giraffes and tigers and zebras and cockatoos. And I was thinking maybe I'll make my daughters a little pouch or something. They also love all kinds of bags and zippered pouches and everything. So maybe I'll do something like that for them. And we'll all be matchy-matchy with our little bags. Oh, I just remember that's not all that I have. Oh, Marina. Where is it? Yeah, here it is. This is definitely the last thing. So we had spin-in or the AGM here in Auckland a couple of weeks ago, where I saw my friend Janine, who is a really lovely bag maker here in Auckland. She goes by Crafted Stitch, and I love her bags. I just cannot justify having one more bag once I've already started making bags as well. But when I saw this one, she had it on her like this. Like she just had it like this. This is how you wear it. Like this. And I thought, oh no, I need it because this would be a perfect little bag to have with me when I go to trade shows. Because I can put my money, my phone in here, and I don't need to worry about another bag. And it's just so well made. So anyways, I asked her to, oh, here's her card. I asked her to make this bag for me because the one I saw is the one she was using. So it has like this lovely small pocket here for change. Then there is quite a roomy pocket for your phone and your other bits and bobs, and another pocket close to your body. And this fabric was just so cool. So I'm very excited about this bag, and I knew that I'm nowhere near with my sewing to make a bag like that. So I got myself one of these. Thank you, Janine. I love it. It's really lovely. So yeah, I think that's all acquisitions for now. I hope you're not bored. I hope I have managed to inspire you in some way to either come with me on a journey to spin and make a jaunty shawl, or gift your spinning buddy a little bit of a present for Christmas or for beginning of the year. And yeah, I hope you got inspired by some colors to make something. And Merry Christmas. And if that's all the knitting content, I just wanted to share a little bit of my plans for, and have like a little personal update after this. So if you will not stick around for that, see you later. If you're still here, I just wanted to say that we have my mom and mother-in-law are here for another 3 months, and we're planning a little bit of traveling around New Zealand, hopefully go to some beach destinations, and of course we're gonna do the traditional New Year's Eve table, because you know, in Russia we don't really do Christmas, especially not the 25th of December, because it's not the time we celebrate Christmas. We celebrate Christmas on the 6th of January, which is the Orthodox Christmas. But since we live here, my daughters of course expect Santa and the elves to bring them something, so we'll do sort of a little local Christmas, and then we'll do a big New Year party for us. That's when we will exchange all the gifts, and hopefully by that time I will have finished my shawl for my mother-in-law. And yeah, and on the 6th of January, you know what used to happen on the 6th of January when my grandma was alive? She's the grandma that I named my daughter after. We used to go and visit her, or she would come to visit us, and she would always bring coins or little candies. And once she walked through the door, she would start raining with these coins on the floor, like to bring prosperity into our house. And the candies were everywhere, and we were so happy gathering all these coins, because as kids we were always like, oh, money, 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 you know. And yeah, this is what we used to do on the 6th of January. And for us, I think it's the 7th of January is the actual Christmas. We used to do fortune telling. We used to, for example, melt some wax and pour it into a cup of cold water and see all this melted wax, what it looks like. And then we'd write some notes and hide them under the pillow and take one and see what is that. And now they're back from shopping wherever they were. So see you guys later. Matiwa. I need to open the door, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye.